What's going on, guys? Mecha Ish here from the DC Comics Multiverse. I have the 12-inch Suicide Squad Harley Quinn. Let's do it.
Level 138 in progress. Prepare for launch in 3, 2.
Step out of your world and step into mine.
Welcome back, guys, to another action figure video review. And from the DC Comics Multiverse line, I have the 12-inch Harley Quinn from the upcoming Suicide Squad movie. That's right, I said 12-inch action figure, and I don't usually collect these bigger figures. You know, I just usually collect the 6-inch standard versions of them. But I, like many of you guys out there, have Harley Quinn fever, and I absolutely love the way Margot Robbie looks as Harley Quinn, and I cannot wait to see the movie. So I am just snatching up every piece of Harley Quinn I can get my hands on. That sounded wrong. Now you have this gigantic window box packaging here. As you can see, a great window view of the figure enclosed. At the top of the box, you have the DC Comics Multiverse logo. You have the red and black, which is standard for this line. And then again, you have the figure. You have a nice photo of Margot Robbie, who plays Harley Quinn in the movie. Daddy's little monster. That looks great. You have Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, and then the Suicide Squad movie logo at the bottom right. On this side, you have that same picture blown up a little bit more. On this side, nothing. On the back, you got the DC Comics Multiverse up top, Suicide Squad movie logo again, an awkward looking pose for Harley Quinn, and then you have the other two figures in this 12-inch line, which includes the Joker and Deadshot. Alright, let's take this Harley Quinn outside of this box and let's see what she's all about. I have this gigantic Harley Quinn outside of her box, and she looks pretty cool. This looks like a decent piece, and especially being Harley Quinn, I mean, how can you go wrong, right? What I'm going to tell you, I have a few issues with this figure, but overall, I think it's very cool. But let's take a close look. This figure does stand about 11.5 inches in height, so it is in the 12-inch scale. I don't know if the Deadshot and Joker might be a little bit taller, but hopefully they make a Killer Croc and he'll be huge, right? Now, while this Harley Quinn doesn't come with the mallet, she does come with this awesomely big 6 3/4 inches in height baseball bat. Now, you know, this is a 12-inch scale figure, so everything has to be blown up, including the baseball bat. You can see the nice, clean font there, which is greatly done in the red paint applications. You got the tan of the bat, and then at the bottom you have the great sculpted detail, nicely done in the white. Just an awesome looking accessory. Now, this is a 12-inch scale Harley Quinn, but she does share the same sculpt and paint deco as a 6-inch Multiverse Harley. So when I do get that in hand, I'll show you guys so you can see the comparison. But the cool thing about that, about everything being blown up here, is that we get a beautiful look at the beautiful head sculpt of the Margot Robbie Harley Quinn. So they did a great job overall. I am really loving this head sculpt. The paint applications are decent. You can see the effect of that powdery look of Harley Quinn. I wish they would have done a little bit smoother job there. As you can see, the paint on her right cheek is a little bunched up. But other than that, it looks great. You can see clean eyebrows. The eyes are nicely done. All painted well within the scope. I love how they have the blue eyes nicely centered. You got a little bit of that white reflecting off. Deep eyelashes, and you can see some of that blush, or I don't know what you call it, but you have the powdery blue on this side, and you have that raspberry pink on the other. So she is just, you know, instead of her normal red and black, she is rocking the pink and the blue, which looks very nice. And as you can see, flexible plastic here used for her hair. Now, her hair is nicely sculpted, beautifully done, and I love the transitioning on her pigtails between that blue and the blonde, and over here with the pink and the blonde. So great job with the sculpted detail. Look at that. At the back of her head, that looks fantastic. And you can see the heart tattoo underneath her right cheek. You have the rotten at the bottom of her jaw, and her lipstick is pretty decently applied. You can see the white of her teeth. Now take a look at her right ear. She has so many earrings on, and they're all painted well enough. You can see how nice and clean that is. She barely has an ear. Now on this side, she has a better looking, more tame ear with only 2 earrings. Also nicely done with the paint work there. I think one of the things I like most about this head sculpt is the great likeness to the actress Margot Robbie, who's going to be playing Harley Quinn in the movie. Now, she's a beautiful actress, and this is a beautifully done face sculpt. Now, going on down to her choker, she has a choker for the Joker. You can see Puddin, which is her nickname for the love of her life, the Joker. Now, the Puddin is kind of unevenly applied. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it's meant to look that way, but I just wanted to point that out. But other than that, the gold paint applications are nicely done. And then you have the white. Going on to the back, you have the gold buckle. And now you have this sweet looking jacket that she is rocking in the movie. And you can see it has a lot of gold touches on it, especially here in the back. Property of Joker, established since forever. You can see a diamond logo there. And then it says Puddin Freaky, so I guess that's the brand of clothes that she likes to wear. Puddin Freaky, I don't know. And I guess that says style at the bottom. So nicely done, pretty clean paint applications of that cool looking font. You can see the blue and the red and a lot of gold touches, like I said, going on to the bottom, her collar. I love the striping down her sleeve. You can see that's nicely done in that gold paint applications, very clean. And then she has great texture detail on the outline of the gold. Going down her left arm, you can see it goes all the way to this awesome looking spiked up bracelet, which is all in a gold plastic. But then at the hand, she has this red glove on, which is nicely done. And I love the texture detail of this black piece on top of her hand. And on the right of her arm, pretty much the same thing, but she has more of a flesh tone paint, which is a little pale, but then she does have this sweet looking ring on her index finger. Now, opening this jacket as far as I can without damaging anything, you can see it's a very soft plastic, but it appears as if they put some glue on the mid and upper back there to keep it in place. Now, I'm sure you can possibly take it off, but I do not want to mess up any of the glue and therefore messing up any of the paint job there. But it is a very cool piece, and like I said, nicely painted. Now, she does have that sculpted in gun that's locked in place. It looks very weird, but you can see the black holster, which is nicely done. Now, I am not happy with the paint job of this gun. I mean, I know it's holstered, it's inside the jacket, but it is sticking out like a white banana, and it looks as if they painted it with white out, so that's kind of a bummer. But looking at some of my Jada toy figure reviews, you know, I looked at the guns of the Joker, and this appears to have that jester symbol on it, so most likely, and especially the length of the gun that you can see holstered in there, is one of those big humongous guns, and probably one of Joker's gimmick guns that go bang, but we'll have to see in the movie. Now, looking at that shirt, you can see the red, the white, the font of Daddy's Little Monster is nicely done, nice and clean. Great stitch work down there, and you can see the tattered look of her shirt. It's all painted in white. Now, this should have had some of the flesh of her abdomen, and also up here, and even down there by her navel. So that should have been done a little bit better instead of all in white. It should have been done more of the flesh tone. Taking a look at this belt, you can see the black plastic here has a nice leathery look. Gold paint applications right there at the buckle, and then we have all this great sculpted detail of all the, I guess, rhinestones going all the way throughout, all the way in the back. Now, taking a look at her bottom here, you can see we have the, I guess, the legal stuff they have to put on the figures. It says TM, DC Comics, blah, blah, blah. So while the top of her jacket says property of Joker, her butt belongs to DC. Now, I really like the way they did the sculpt of her legs. It looks very feminine. You can see nice curves. Great job overall. Now, I'm going to get to articulation in a little bit because it is somewhat limited, but I think it is very aesthetically pleasing. As you can see, her thighs are loaded up with tattoos that are upside down from this angle because most likely she was sitting like this and she tatted them herself. Now, let's take a look at all of these tattoos individually. You can see she has a tally mark here, about 35, probably 35 kills that she has done for the Joker. You can see the Joker tattoo right there at the end, Puddin'. And then you can see P and H, which is Puddin' and Harley with the heart, the arrow going through it. And it says, I'll wait forever. Now, on her right thigh, it says, let me tell you, Secnet? I have no idea what that means. And then you just have more tattoos here. You got a heart, you got a bunch of diamonds, you got a bigger diamond. So, you know, very playing card themed characters the Joker and Harley are. I heart Puddin', Harley, and Puddin'. So, like I said, she is infatuated, and that's part of the awesomeness of her characters. Now, in the movie, she is wearing stockings, and they're giving off that effect by having this more grayish tone to her legs. Now, great job there. Now, if you look, so you can catch it off the light, because it's kind of hard to tell on camera. But as you can see, they actually sculpted in some of that stitch work that you would have on the stocking. So that is great attention to detail there. Now, take a look at these sweet sneaker boots. I absolutely love this, and the design of them with the white and the alternating black. Very cool. You can see the laces of her boots are nicely done. For the most part, a decent, clean paint job. And then you have the red heels at the back. Nice looking boots. Nice looking Harley. Now, the articulation of this Harley Quinn, as you can see, she has the full 360-degree range of motion. Unfortunately, she is unable to look up or down. She does have a rotation at the shoulder joints, and she has a hinge that is somewhat limited. As you can see, that's as far up as the arm is going to go. She has a rotation at the elbow, and she has a single jointed elbow. And then we have a full rotation at the wrist. Now, there's no ab crunch or diaphragm joint, but she does have this 360-degree waist swivel. Now, her legs have great range of motion here going forward and going backward to the side. She can do a full split. Look how awesome that is. You can see the hinge right there. Now, there is no thigh cut, and then we have a single jointed knee with no rotation there. There's no boot cut, there's no hinge, there's no ankle rocker. So it's pretty static, you know, for the most part. Her legs, you can get her in some okay poses. She can stand well. But I mean, I wish they would have at least put a little boot cut there, because it would have been well hidden with this awesome sculpt of the boot. But, you know, they probably didn't want to break away from the aesthetic look of her legs. But, you know, it's a little bit of a bummer, and her posing is definitely going to be limited. So as you guys can see, while it's great that she does have these, you know, nice wide range of motion at the hips, you know, with no ankle rocker or boot cut to kind of balance her, she's going to have some difficulty standing. So you really got to take your time and be patient. So just so you guys can appreciate the size of this Harley Quinn, you got the 12-inch scale Harley Quinn with the 6-inch scale DC Comics Multiverse movie Joker. Wow, what a woman. So there you have it, guys. My video review of the DC Comics Multiverse 12-inch Harley Quinn based off her look in the upcoming Suicide Squad movie. Now, I'm a fan of Harley Quinn, and I cannot wait for the Suicide Squad movie, so I was happy to pick up this 12-inch figure. But I don't know if I'm going to be getting the Deadshot and the Joker. If you guys are interested and want me to do a review on that, let a brother know, and we'll see what I can do. Alright, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a thumbs up. Check out my channel for other reviews, and I got so many cool things coming your way. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and share. You know what to do. Peace.